Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the side series, and I believe this will be the last episode before we begin at Nightfall, so this should be pretty good. We're going to speak to Orazar Highstone, which is the last dwarf we need to speak to, and then we can get the final quest in Sorrow's Furnace. So let's go on out and see where this guy is. And this quest again is a very good one for Eye of the North, because the characters we're meeting here, once again, we will be seeing when we reach Eye of the North. So let's speak to Orazar. He says that he can be found quite a way away this time. Right, so I'll cut it when we get to that guy, guys. See you in a sec. Okay, so here's Orazar. Let's have a quick speak to him. Right near the furnace, actually. He says, "My name is Orazar Highstone. I am the Delgamore Minister of Affairs and a close aide to King Jarlis Ironhammer. I tell you this only so that we may do business. I would prefer that you do not tell others that I am here. It seems that my brother has decided to join the Stone Summit. I need someone to help me get into Sorrow's Furnace and convince him of the error of his ways." So this Orazar guy will be meeting again in Eye of the North, and he'll come into the Foundry with us. Let us go find that ungrateful brother of mine. Okay, alright, and we're being attacked anyway, So King Jarlis, of course, is the king of the Dwarves, who we met quite a few times back in the Prophecies Let's Play. And yeah, so Orazar is one of his advisors, so let's have a quick speak with him. He says, "My youngest brother, fool that he is, has gone and joined the Stone Summit. As you can imagine, if my rivals learn of this, it could be disastrous for my family and my political career. That's where you come in. I've bribed several of the guards to grant us safe passage. We're going to find my brother and bring him back before anyone finds out. Can I count on your silence? I'd hate to see your image tarnished. You can count on me." I have a big mouth. Alright, okay, so let's do it. So we've just got to try and find his brother, I guess. It says, "Follow me, the meeting place is just up ahead." Seems a bit weird that the Stone Summit are up to cooperation, but I guess they're corrupt. They'll accept a bribe if they want to. Sorrow's Furnace, a fitting name for this place, eh? Yeah, indeed. Alright, so they're not going to fight us again. I forgot about that. Looks like the bribe paid off. This should be a walk in the park. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So once again, we're safe. And in the last episode I was saying, oh, I'm sure that there's a second quest. It's actually this one that says 2 quests, so just a bit further now, come on. Alright, so it's up here in this room where all the Dredge were revolting before. Oh, and it looks like those Stone Summit are actually going to fight us. Do they want to fight us? Great beards, we weren't supposed to encounter any guards. We've been tricked. Oh shit. Okay, so our little period where we didn't have to fight anything is already over. Great. Oh crap, there's loads of them as well. "I cry foul! I gave the summit twice the going rate and still they betray me. Is there no honour in those who take bribes?" Very true, Orazar, but you can't trust these people. I hate the Stone Summit, they're so annoying. Not just because of the skills they use, but they're just all out bastards, really. And I think they even survived to Guild Wars 2, actually, which is quite annoying. So, noble intentions. He says, "My name is Orazar and the Delgamore..." Oh, we've already read that. He says, "Betrayed first by my own brother, now by the Stone Summit. They were bought and paid for, I tell you. Damn cheats. You'll fetch a grand ransom, Highstone. 20 times the amount you've spent on bribes. These Stone Summit are a nasty lot. Used to be a bribe actually meant something to a dwarf. Pleasure doing business with you, Orazar. See you in the underworld." Okay, and wow, they've just ran off. So this is kind of a bit of a defend mission. We need to keep Orazar alive. And yeah, those dwarves have run off. It's kind of annoying. I really would have liked to have killed them. But yeah, so lots more are going to be running in. And because I don't have a compass, I don't know where they're going to be coming from when. He says, "Incoming, look alive." Alright, okay. So I'll just try and stick with Orazar as best I can. Flag my guys. Where are they? I can't see them, Orazar. Oh, there they are. Okay, so there's 3 deep knights. Right, so this is just going to be a bit of a long fight here. And this is the first quest. Then the second quest is once we finished in here. We're going to go and try and find his brother. So I'll speed this bit up. This fight was actually largely uneventful. There was nothing interesting happened at all, and we were fighting for a good 5-10 minutes. So I've just cut a huge chunk out of it here, guys. We're right near the end already, so there you go. Actually, when Sorrow's Furnace came out, this used to be a really difficult quest, but these days it was so easy. There was really nothing of note. Okay, so there we go. He says, "I think that's the last of the guards for now. Let's keep moving." Alright, so that's the first quest complete. He says, well fought, my friend. I thought we were on our way to the Eternal Forge, but it seems the Great Dwarf has other plans for us this day. So you can see kind of here what the Dwarves believe happened in the afterlife. They think that they go to the Eternal Forge. Now, whether they actually do, maybe the Eternal Forge is a place in the afterlife, maybe a realm within the mists, or maybe it's just something that the Dwarves believe in that they never really get to go to. So yeah, there we go. That's the first quest. Now let's try and find his brother, shall we? He says, well, that didn't go so well. Seems money can't buy everything. Guess we'll have to improvise. If you'll continue to assist me in my efforts to retrieve my brother, there will be something extra in it for you. We've come this far, let's see it to the end. He says, we've won this battle, but there's bound to be more of them. Quickly, this way. My informant said my brother should be just round the bend. So let's get moving. Grab these enslavement stones. And the stones seem to be, I'm not sure how it's meant to work, but that seems to be how the stone summit keep the dredge enslaved. It could be that weird glowing thing you see on their backs. He says, this way, we've got to get my brother back. But that's just speculation, I haven't got a clue whether that's the truth or not. But this guy's a little bit like Kilroy in that he charges off and just aggroes loads and loads of different guys, so you've got to really keep an eye on him. Except he's not as durable as Kilroy was, and he doesn't buff you all to make you all move like loads faster. He says, just a bit further now, come on. Wait, there's a miner's chest up there. We can use that key I got in the last episode. Oh no, never mind, we're going the other way. Oh no, we are going this way. Okay, cool. And we got a water wand, which is crap. Oh, we're back near Molin. Yeah, let's get that scroll. There you go. You've got your 5 enslavement stones. Well done. We can use this skull. It won't actually help, but it'll give us a little bit more experience. So there you go. Why not? Ah, and here's Ural. Quest updated. Noble intentions plan B. He says, do you know how much gold you've cost me, Ural? I wonder what he has to say. Nothing. He's not going to talk to us. He says, do you ever think about anything other than gold, Orazar? As a matter of fact, I do. Our family's honour. Something you think nothing about, apparently. Family honour? Bah. You're just afraid the scandal will put an end to your political aspirations. You worthless runt. I should just leave you here to rot with the rest of the summit scum. Maybe you should. At least here I'm not treated like a beardless child. Enough. Take your last look at this miserable place and let's go. Go home, Orazar. I'm not leaving. Oh, I missed the last bit, but I think he said one way or another you're coming with me, and now he's casting some kind of a spell on his brother. Oh, oh. And this is a very funny bit of the quest. This is one of my favourite quests, actually. So he's binded him in these kind of magical cocoon thing, and it's pretty great. He says, grab a master gear out of the gearbox over there. We'll need it to get across the bridge ahead. Alright, grab my brother and let's get out of here. And literally, you pick him up and you carry him out, which means this quest is going to be a little bit hard because one of us is going to have to carry him, which means we can't fight. He says, just a bit further now, come. Oh shit, he's run off. He's running over to the stone summit. Run, 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 get him, save his life. Oh my god, is he okay? He's still got a bit of health. Alright, yeah, he's fine. So we need to lower the bridge and carry his brother across. Now this is the quest where you can kind of like go around the back and cheat a little bit, but I guess we'll try it the front way. So he says, what are you waiting for? Lower the bridge. Make it quick, it isn't going to be easy to get out of this place. Hold on, there's some more stone summit behind us. Okay, so I'll grab this gear from the gearbox and then lower the bridge. Okay, so here we go. We've got Ural, we've got the gearbox, and let's lower the bridge. Move your feet, I can hear the guards coming this way. Alright, let's do it, let's go. Now this is quite hard, so I hope we do alright. I generally don't think it's as hard as the quest we did in the previous episode, but it's still quite a difficult one. I love this view, that looks so cool. Look, these ruins look really, really old here, almost as if they were here before the Dwarves came. And the problem with carrying this guy is I move slower as well, so it's harder to keep up with Orazar. So the rest of this quest really is literally just keeping up with Orazar. We're just running back, trying desperately to get his brother back out. Once again, with this quest I was really worried that it was going to be quite hard, but It was very simple. You can see we're just here near the gap now, and I just go through, and really it goes mostly without a hitch. So he says, watch out for those crushers, they can kill you with a single blow. I'm not quite sure why he says that, because we kind of just walk right past them. We don't have to go to the crushers. He just runs straight down here, but there you go. I found out that they can kill you with a single blow the hard way earlier, didn't I? He says, hurry, the exit is just up ahead. And I believe this is the last room now, and this is the really hard bit. So you've got to follow him. He makes you think that he's just going up there, but then he runs around and attacks all of these dwarves all over the place. So you've got to keep with him and be really careful. Here we go, let's try it. Bum bum bum. Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong. For the 100th time. Alright, okay, never mind, that was easy. Is he seriously just going to come up here? Is that done? I remember having nightmares in that last room because he used to run around everywhere. Alright, he says drop him here, I'll free him later. Whoops, I didn't carry his brother. Oh, there we go. Okay, I dropped him. So there we go, that's that quest complete, guys. I'm sorry for involving you in this fiasco with my brother, but you were certainly instrumental in his rescue. My family owes you a debt of gratitude. And that's that, guys, complete. So now we've actually finished, we've spoken to all of the people, and we can commence our final assault on the furnace and find out what they were doing with that Iron Forge man and stuff. The story with these two brothers isn't over at all. In Eye of the North we'll be seeing them again, so do bear these guys in mind, guys, because they're pretty cool later on. So yeah, let's resign out and let's go speak to that prospector. We've seen everyone, we've scouted out inside, and we want to see what's up with those furnace guardians and stuff. So yeah. So coming back out into the Grenth's footprint, and let's speak to the prospector. He says, you made it there and back. Excellent. I think that's meant to be a reference to There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale, but it might not be. Alright, so here we go. This is the final quest. He says, Ennis Granite Strider is looking for you. He's planning some sort of move against the Stone Summit and needs your help. What do you suppose they're doing down there in the furnace? If you'll come back and tell me what you find, I'll pay you with what I can. Anyway, you'd best find Ennis straight away. Okay, so Ennis, this was the guy who was talking about he wanted someone to scout the place out earlier on with his friend Budger Blackpowder. So he says, the Stone Summit are an embarrassment to those who call themselves dwarf. We already read that bit. So, the final assault. Oh, he says, thanks largely to your efforts, I've learned that the Stone Summit are building a golem for an assault on Deldemore. Together, I think we can destroy it and cancel the little party they have planned. Let's go. So, the last time, and his friend Budger's going to come through. And let's do it. All these people will be meeting in Eye of the North. You know, as I've been going through this, I've been thinking more and more, maybe I should have done this after Nightfall, not before Nightfall. It doesn't really matter. Okay guys, I'm going to cut it until we get inside the furnace for our final trip in there. So the Summit are trying to build a golem of some sort. Presumably that's what this Iron Man we've been hearing about is. And Budge is still with us. He says, once I gave someone a keg and they used it as a chair. Not pretty. So he'll give us kegs which we can then drop and they explode. Will they hurt us? I can't remember if these ones hurt us. No, they don't. And we can use that to damage enemies. Do you know why my powder kegs are so good? I use Griffin Guano to give them that extra kick. Okay. Can you believe they waste my precious powder on something as mundane as mining ore? Okay, so that's kind of an extra thing you can use to help fight. And anyway, let's speak to Ennis. He says, we appreciate all you've done for us so far. You know more about the operations here than any Deldemore scout, including myself. I have only one last request. Destroy the heart of this foul place, the Iron Forgeman. The Summit's nefarious rage-binders harness a tremendous power from within the construct. If you can destroy all three binders at the same time, the power will be released and the Iron Forgeman will be destroyed in the process. I suggest you take Mr. Blackpowder here with you. He'll provide all the bang you need. The Iron Forgeman will fall. Okay, so you get what we're going to use is these powder kegs that Mr. Blackpowder is going to give us to break through these gates we've been finding where the furnace guardians have been barring the way. So let's get going. And they're talking about this golem here. If we can't get the work done while you're alive, we'll raise your corpse from the dead to do it. Okay, lovely. yeah, so don't be thinking of this golem as kind of what you expect the Asura to make, if you've been looking at the Asura and what they can do in Guild Wars 2. This is a really kind of primitive golem, and it's quite cool actually. I do really like this Iron Forgement, and I kind of hope that we get to see it in some form in Guild Wars 2. So yeah, let's get going. Now there's no real direction to go anymore. You can go anywhere you want in the furnace, just breaking through these gates. In fact, let's try and break through this one. Will one of my teammates drop a keg? No, I'll grab one. Okay, so I believe if we just drop one here, it will blow open. I believe it will. And we're just going to try and break our way through. So there you go. And I'm not sure the best way really to get there, but this is as good as any, I guess. Back to the temple that we sunk down, so let's go. So this starting bit of the quest really is just finding our way back through the furnace. The idea, I think, is that since you've spent so much time in here now, you can kind of figure out your own way. There are lots of ways to get into the deepest part, to get to these gates where the furnace guardians are. So we just chose to go this way towards the temple because this is the way I'm most familiar with, really. I don't know whether it's the fastest, but I cut out a lot of the combat, so it should be alright. Interesting little fact about our friend, one of those dwarves that's with us, Ennis Granite Strider. He's actually got like a unique staff, and when he fires with the staff, instead of like shooting little balls of energy like most staffs, it actually fires arrows for some reason. And so does High Priest Algar, who we met in the other episode. So yeah, kind of weird, but that's kind of what's going on there. So anyway, here we are, we're at the Furnace Guardians now. Okay, so here we go. Here's some Furnace Guardians behind a gate that's usually locked, and this time we're going to be able to blow our way through it, and the Furnace Guardians are going to be fighting us, obviously. And they do pack quite a lot of damage, but when it's 8 versus 2, you can't really see, you can't really appreciate how strong they really are. And we're through. And things are going to get a lot hotter and a lot more fiery the deeper we go from here on out. Okay, so you can see here, there's Makar Thoughtslayer, the guy who wanted all of the Dredge manifestos to try and stop the Dredge uprising. And a big group, wow, look at that huge group there. 2 bosses in that one group, and another group there, and loads of Guardians there. I think we should probably take these guys out. Alright, and this here is the gate we saw before. These were the first Furnace Guardians we ever saw in the first episode. And let's break on through. Oh, there's already a keg there. Okay, cool. So this is where things get pretty cool and interesting. This is one of my favourite areas of the game. Not just because it doesn't look that amazing, but just the fact that it's right here in the heart of Sorrow's Furnace. And not many players often come here. It's always a real treat when you come here and you see all these huge chains and this vast room. And look down there. There is the Iron Forge Man. You can just see it. It's not moving at the moment, but it will be soon enough. And there on the left of it is the furnace itself. Look at that thing. I'm not 100% sure on why it's there. You can see it's got chains wrapped around it. My guess is that the Stone Summit were mining here and they just found it there under the ground. It's some kind of magical thing from before the Dwarves were even here, and they're trying to harness the power from it. Let's go down, let's try and get to it, shall we? And there we go, he's swinging into life. So here's where the Rage Binders are. You can see that there are there's 3 Rage Binders. There's one on each of these little pedestals. Our first job really should be to take out these Furnace Guardians. The Iron Forge Man is going to start throwing crap on us now. Like, he'll start smashing us down with hammers. You can see he's pulling the chains there, and he just drops buckets of lava on you and stuff. He's a really cool boss, actually. There's not many real boss fights in Guild Wars, but a lot of these sort of side quests have got some really cool ones at the end of them. This guy isn't too dangerous, I guess, but he is a pretty cool boss nonetheless. So there you go, there you can see him dropping down loads of lava on us, which is very cool. But our first job really, oh crap, I'm almost dead. Our first job really should be to take out all these dwarves. This guy looks awesome, and inside he's being powered by Jinn. Those were the Jinn we heard about earlier. One of them had escaped on that quest that I never showed you, but I talked about in the first episode. So the idea is that I think there's meant to be 3 Jinn on the inside, and they're being controlled by these rage binders, and when you destroy the rage binders, you can, if you destroy all three, the djinn on the inside will be released, and then you take out the djinn, and then that is how you beat the Iron Forge man himself. So, but the problem with it is that the rage binders come back pretty quickly, so you've got to take out all three as fast as possible, which means your team kind of has to split up a little bit. First, let's get the Furnace Guardians before we start trying to deal with that. There's actually a bit of Guild Wars 2 concept art that really reminds me of this golem here. So I wonder if they're going to bring it back. I mean, we don't really know much about it. I mean, you guys have seen all of the quest text now, except obviously the reward dialogue of the final quest. And you don't really learn much more about this guy, really, or how the Stone Summit found it, or what they were hoping to do with it. It's anyone's guess. I'm hoping that it will go into more detail about it. There's a map that's been released, some of the areas in Guild Wars 2. And you can see sort of what the Soros Furnace is still about, and it's still a dungeon, so maybe we'll learn about it there. Except the Dredge, of course, in Guild Wars 2 are in control. They're the slaves right now, but they're in control later. Okay, so now you can see this Rage Bounder's come back, so what we really need to do is take out all three as quickly as possible. So, so we all know that the Asura have golems of their own, and when we reach Eye of the North, we're going to be going to the laboratory of one of their Golemancers, an Asura called Ula. And in Ula's lab, you can see strewn all about the place pieces of what looks like the Iron Forgeman. So it looks like the Asura have actually done a little bit of research on this Iron Forgeman. And if you guys have read The Ghost of Ascalon, you'll know about something called the Golem's Eye, which supposedly revolutionized the way the Asura make golems. And Ula actually has all these pieces of what looks like the Iron Forgeman, and I'll show you the eye of the Iron Forgeman here in just a second in the cutscene. And the similarities are striking. There could be something there. Oh, that was close, but this one's respawned now. Damn, you got to be very quick, very quick. So yeah, it's just speculation at this point, but it could be that we're seeing the actual Golem's Eye here. And this probably won't make much sense to you guys if you've not read the book, but if you have, it is an interesting thing to think about. There we go, that's all three out, and here's the final cutscene. So we've taken this thing out that they were going to try and use to take out the Dwarves of Deldrimor. See, it's just got one eye. And you can see it falling apart, and these djinn are coming out, you see? These were the things that were powering it, and now that the Rage Binders have been destroyed, they're loose. Here we go, so now we've just got to take out the djinn, which do a crap load of damage. Now you can find these djinn in other places. They seem to just live in the hottest places of the underworld, really. They do a lot of damage, so we've got to be careful. Oh my god, they've killed us all. Alright, so there's just one of us left alive. Wow. Okay. Can we res here? I believe we can. There's a resurrection shrine. Man, I've never had so much trouble on those guys. Oh my god, we died so quick. I wonder if we can lure them one at a time or something. It's a shame Ennis isn't helping, isn't it? Yeah, look, we can fight them one on one. You see those two over there are just waiting. Oh my god, we spawned up at the start. I'll cut it until we get back, guys. What the hell? There was a resurrection shrine right next to us. Jesus. Okay, yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, and we're back, and I've just come here and activated this resurrection shrine, so we should respawn much quicker and much closer. That was crazy. Okay, look at the whole distance that we had to walk all the way back. That's unbelievable. Alright, so we're going to try and pull the djinn one at a time this time. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so here we go, round 2. There's one djinn here, so we'll be able to get this guy. Just got to try and get save yourselves up for as long as possible. Mwahaha! See, when it's 8 versus 1, it's much easier. Okay, one down. One flame djinn down. Now the other two are sticking together pretty closely. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to pull them apart. We can. Oh my god, they're charging us. They're charging us. They're charging us. Alright, let's do it. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, they're just one hitting us. It's okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Come on, he's almost out. He's almost out. There we go, 2 down. So the last one, this should be easy now. Fuck me, they've killed us all so much. We've probably got so much death penalty. Ta-da! Okay, woo! Alright, nice. Okay, so that's all 3 Jin down. That was the end of Sorry's Furnace. Let's speak to Ennis. You've done it. The Iron Forge Man is little more than a pile of rubble, and you made it out of the furnace without blowing off any of your fingers. Well done. Now, those are the main quests, and not many people know, but once you've completed the main quest, you can come back into the furnace. Sorry's Furnace. In fact, you don't have to complete the main quest, but if you go into the furnace without any quests active, you can actually wander around and get some different quests. And I will probably be showing you guys those. I'll do those on my own some other day. And they are about the 2 people, one of them at least, is about the 2 people described here, Whitman and Tasker. And it's just a pretty cool little quest. It probably won't be a very big episode. I'll just do it when I get a little bit of free time at some point. But yeah, so we've defeated the Iron Forge Man. That was most of Sorry's Furnace done. I'm gonna stop recording for a second, but I will film an extra bit later on. But right now I want to do all my editing and stuff. So yeah, see you in a minute. Okay guys, so that was Sorry's Furnace. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. Honestly, even though a lot of people sort of think of Sorry's Furnace as sort of from a really great time in Guild Wars kind of history, I actually don't enjoy Sorry's Furnace too much, and that probably was reflected a little bit in my commentary. Sorry if it was a little bit bland, but there's just not that much really to talk about. When we do get to Eye of the North, I'm sure this will be quite a good episode to watch, sort of as a bit of a recap, because a lot of these dwarves we will be meeting again, and it is quite nice to have done this now. So yeah, I will see you guys for Nightfall. I've got a pretty strong hunch that 7 Hero update will be going live this Thursday. I could be wrong, but I'm really hoping it will be this Thursday. So Nightfall could be following very soon, guys. So yeah, I'll see you there, and I hope you enjoyed these first few side series episodes. Oh, and I just really wanted to thank everyone who came along. It was a real blast playing with you guys. So yeah, and I hope to do that again sometime. So yeah, I'll see you next time, everyone.